I am here again from the XRcast Studio within the VAR Studios, and I'm producing this gameplay video of the VirtualSpeech program on the Quest 2. And this program is all about professional development. One of the modules of this program is leadership communication. So I'm just taking a look at some of the exercises in here. And I'll just play through each of them. So with this networking event.
Welcome to the first part of our networking course. In this chapter, you'll practice building rapport with people through body language, careful listening, and eye contact. We've given you 3 sets of people to talk to, with a mini quiz at the end of each conversation to evaluate your listening skills. Press begin to continue.
You gotta listen and remember.
Here are some brief notes on areas we will cover in this chapter. I'll review them in more detail later on.
So match body language and hand movements. Remember as much of the communication as possible. Maintain good eye contact. Talk to several different avatars. Answer questions when prompted. Answer questions about the conversation in the mini quiz, and then mirror the body language as shown. It's kind of similar to what I said up top, but
have a quick read over these networking tips before you start. Keep them at the back of your mind when going through this and the next VR networking experience.
So be yourself. Spread a large net. Introduce yourself to the organizer. Ask great questions if you haven't built enough rapport. Encourage them to ask for your card. Don't offer one. Okay. Consider why the person you're speaking to should care about what you're saying. Remember that even if the person can't help you directly, someone in their network probably can. Take notes. There's nothing wrong with joining a conversation and waiting for a natural break to introduce yourself, and set expectations. Understand what you are there to do. Okay.
Hi, I'm Joseph. Good to meet you. I work at BMW and currently head up the engineering division in the UK. What do you do?
Awesome. I'm currently a project manager with the VAR lab here at Penn State Behrend. I work a lot with immersive technologies and getting them integrated into a variety of formats, but including industry. So I'd be interested to hear if you have any type of immersive technologies that you work with right now.
I've been working at BMW for just over 10 years now. Spent several years in global brand marketing before moving to the engineering team.
Mm-hmm.
What have you done previously, and what do you enjoy about your current role?
That sounds good. So your feedback of moving up in the company there, that's very nice. So far, I came in originally in this organization as just a project manager, but I was kind of winging it at the time. I didn't have any experience with project management, but now I'm actually in the Masters of Project Management program. So I'm 1 year into that, and I've been able to apply a lot of what I'm learning to my position. So technically, we call it a graduate project manager.
Great. We've actually started using VR and AR a fair bit in the engineering teams, which is always exciting. We've got a virtual cave where you can walk in and visualize a vehicle before it's been built, which is great for checking parts and driver vision outside the vehicle.
Wow,
We've also introduced virtual dealerships in London where customers can come in and view the vehicle using a Google Cardboard before they actually pick the colour and the trim level. Have you had a chance to try out a VR headset yet? And if so, what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I absolutely love it. In fact, I'm actually in a VR headset right now. That sounds like a really interesting use case that you mentioned there at Volkswagen. Getting the engineers in, getting them a chance to sit within what they're designing so they can get familiar with what it feels like on a human scale. Yeah, I really enjoy VR, and I think VR headsets are the conduit for getting people into this immersed environment, and there's a lot of value being in here. So I'm very excited. I'm assuming I click again.
I spent a lot of time around Europe, particularly Germany and Spain, and also various cities in China, mostly for supply meetings, to be honest. What's a typical day for you like?
Sounds like a lot of travel. Yeah, I don't get to travel as much in my line of work. There are There are a lot of emails to answer, that's for sure. My typical day is working with students here at Penn State Behrend on a variety of projects. I'm a project mentor for a lot of them, so they're pursuing their own projects relevant to their courses or just their position here at the organization, and then I work with them closely on that. And since I'm the one with the project management experience, I'm trying to train them on how to structure things properly and have documentation for everything that they do.
Anyway, it was great meeting you. I'll let you carry on and meet some other people.
Yeah, it was very nice to meet you. Yeah, good luck on the rest of your evening. Wow. That was kind of challenging, I'm not going to lie. It was interesting that using my keywords, it was able to pick up on that and mention VR, AR for this character. Oh, darn. I feel like Joseph. Where is he based? Out of the UK. He worked for... Did he say BMW? Nope. Did they use in the dealership? Google Cardboard. Did he not usually travel to? He didn't mention Japan. How old is he? Ooh, did not say. What is his current role? Global brand marketing.
Hi,
Alright,
I'm
here's another
Claire.
role.
We were just talking about online education. What are your thoughts on it? Have you ever used sites like Lynda, Coursera or Udemy?
Yeah, I love online education. Actually, my Master's of Project Management that I'm pursuing right now is through Penn State's World Campus. So I'm using online mediums quite a bit to be conveyed class materials and whatnot. I do have to say, discussion boards, they kill me. They always catch up on me. And they are a little bit of a dread to have to write, but I guess that is a part of it. You know, you have to do what you got to do. I do like when there are video presentations that I can watch, and I do also like, I've been using a lot on my iPad, the text-to-speech functionality of it, so being able to just, we use Canvas at Penn State, so being able to just click on the Canvas module and click read, and then just hear it read out to me is quite nice. So I think it's a great opportunity, really lowers the barriers of entry. How about yourself?
The problem I find is that I start loads of courses but I never finish them. I did one on online marketing through Udemy, paid $15 but I only finished a quarter of it. Do you have any qualifications such as an apprenticeship or a degree?
Yeah, so I do have my bachelor's. I have a dual bachelor's in business economics and international business, and now I'm pursuing this one in project management. I will say I don't have as much of a problem with starting this one and not stopping the master's, just because I had to pay a lot for it. But yeah, I definitely do feel that if I had less into it, if I had less skin in the game, I'm sure it would be a lot harder for me to do my homework on a week-to-week basis. Right now, I'm already dreading it, and I pay thousands of dollars a semester. So, yeah, I can see that being a problem.
I completed my undergrad degree at the University of Illinois. I took some really interesting classes on business and communication, then managed to get an internship in Chicago for a semester where we built various online courses. If you could create any course, what would it be?
Wow, that sounds like an interesting background. I see similar, undertones with business and communications. Yeah, we use a lot of communications within my organization right now. If I had to make a course, I would say something on immersive technologies, getting people more familiar with where exactly the lines are, what is possible within this, and how it could be utilized within industry, I think would be really good.
I also started playing hockey while at Illinois and still play for a local club. What kind of stuff do you do in your spare time?
In my spare time, I like to do a lot of camping. I like the outdoors, hiking. We do car camping and like road trips and whatnot for travel. So just as much of that as I could possibly fit into the weekends or fit into my time off.
Think I'm going to head off now. I've got a meeting and I'm a bit late for it. See you around.
All right, yeah, nice to meet you. Good luck with your meeting. 9 out of 10. Okay. Oh no, I think it was Sophie. Darn it. What course did she do through Udemy? Something on online marketing. How much did she pay? $15. Was her undergrad University of Illinois? Was her master's? Ooh, did not say. Hockey. Where was her internship? Chicago. Good mingling.
Hi, my name's Amy. I'm a senior account manager at the advertising agency McCann. I'm responsible for a small team of people working on the L'Oreal account. What do you do?
Well, it sounds awesome. A small team of people on the L'Oreal account. I am currently a project manager with the VAR lab here at Penn State Behrend, so we just work with a bunch of immersive technologies and getting them integrated around here, namely in research, within the curriculum, and with outreach events, and just getting it into the community in general.
Okay. I've been at McCann for a while now, and I'm looking for a career change into sales. I'd like to move to London as I have family there. Where are you based?
I'm currently based in and around the West Pennsylvania area. We, as part of Penn State, obviously we go through the whole state, but I'm from Pittsburgh originally, and then I moved up here to Erie, and I've been living here in Erie ever since, so I would say based out of Western Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Oh, I know it. I was near there a couple of weeks ago for a photo shoot for a new kids' shampoo. Do you have any children or young relatives? I've got some free samples with me if you'd like to try some.
I would love some free samples. You know, I'm a sucker for free samples. I do not have any kids myself, but you know, a bunch of cousins and whatnot who definitely are young enough that they get all kind of stuff tangled in their hair and rolling around in the mud and whatnot. You know how it is. So yeah, I would love some free samples.
What are the best and worst parts about your job?
The best is when I'm able to see a project conclude and I can see it. We can close it and see that the project went well, and I can see that my effort that went into it significantly impacted the ability for the project to be a success. I don't like to just do, you know, simple, repetitive work that feels like it's the same thing day in, day out. So I'm willing to put in some elbow grease, but I want to feel afterwards that my mark was left.
Great to meet you. I'll let you talk to some other people now.
Yes, it was very nice to meet you as well. All right, so that's 10 out of 10. I think it was Amy. McCann. L'Oreal campaign. She's looking for a career change. True that. She would like to move to London. What does she offer you? Free shampoo samples. First, I feel like she didn't say. All right. So that was the networking events opportunity. I spoke to 3 different people. I'd say that gave me a good rundown. I could probably see myself doing that again.
Welcome to the first part of our...
Let me see. Yep, it's the same guy.
It's a great venue, this one. Been to a few events here over the last couple of months, including a really interesting talk on the future of this country's financial health. What areas of business are you most interested in?
It's interesting because that is a different prompt than what was given last time.
I used to work for Goldman Sachs in the merger and acquisition sector. Made quite a bit of money there, then set up my own consultancy in London. It's great, because I get to travel around the world meeting clients in places like Dubai, San Francisco and Hong Kong. Do you get to travel much? While at Goldman, I worked in Berlin for a year doing some pretty horrendous hours. Easily 16 hours a day with very little work-life balance. What's your day like? How many hours have you been working on average? I need to get a drink. It was great talking to you, and I'll see you around.
So that was, again, clearly a lot changed with that. I'm going to fail this test. No idea. Thomas, I feel like. You said finance, Goldman Sachs. Oops. Hong Kong, I think you mentioned. Where does he want to work? He worked there for a year and he didn't like it. At least 16 hours a day. What are your future plans? moved to Malta. I don't know. So that's cool because as we can see, it just generated a new character with a new story, or the same character but with a different story and with different questions at the end, testing you on their story too. And she was talking
Hi,
about
I'm Claire.
e-learning
We were
last
just
time.
talking about online education. What are your
Okay.
thoughts on it? Have you ever used sites like Lynda, Coursera or Udemy?
So this actually is the same one. A little disappointing.
I think I'm going to head off now. I've got a meeting and I'm a bit late for it. See you around.
Let's see if it's the same questions. Yeah. Not bad.
Hi, my name's Amy. I'm a senior account manager at the advertising agency McCann. I'm responsible for a small
So
team
that
of
one
people
was the same.
working
I
on
wonder
the
if that was a
L'Oreal
fluke
account.
that the first one
What do you
wasn't.
do?
Or that it didn't cycle through that time. But either way, this was the networking event activity as part of the leadership communication module on VirtualSpeech. So that was that one. And yeah, come again for the other activity.